car dance.
Diverse the Booker for the long range.
P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.
Welcome, everybody, to the Aussie Suns Fans podcast. I am your host, Gavin, and we have a full crew on board once again today, all the way from sunny Singapore. We have Nate. Nate, we've woken you up early for this.
Yeah.
I appreciate the dedication, the heart, and the hustle that you are showing. You are taking on board the spirit of this new Suns lineup, and you're showing your own hustle and grit. Thank you, my friend. How are you doing?
Yeah, I give myself the Dan Murray Hustle Award this week. That's it. Yeah. When I said to you guys I want to do one in the morning, I didn't realize you'd make it your morning, which is 3 hours ahead of me. So, shit.
Well, don't you need, you know better than anyone that you need to qualify your comments, not just say in the morning.
Yep, faux pas on my behalf.
Yes, it was. So now you have to suffer through this, and hopefully,
I made it.
Hopefully, you don't have to jabs halfway through your coffee. And of course, we're here with everyone's favorite piece of shit, Boyd. How are you, Boyd?
I'm fucking good, buddy. We are finally on track for our 78-4 record that I so precisely predicted last week or the week before or whenever it was. But yeah, man, I'm good, buddy. It's been a big week at work. Been fucking big.
A big week of work.
Yeah, it has.
Well, that's a first.
Cheers.
But I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for working hard and providing yourself with every opportunity to get more Suns jerseys and maybe even buy a beer when we catch up. That'll be wonderful. I look forward to that.
Principle now, mate. Not even if it's not even if I got the money. It's all principle now.
We look like bookends, Gav.
We do. Boyd didn't get the blue shirt memo, the blue jersey memo for this week. Obviously, he's once again not in uniform, letting the team down. Nate's hustling early hours of the morning in Singapore, and Boyd just can't get the memo around our uniform for the week. It was an interesting week for the Suns, gents, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what your thoughts are on how it's played out, and where you think we sit now after week number 2. But this week we had started the week off with probably a little bit of a heartbreaker, really, with 134 to 138 point loss to the Utah Jazz. Book had 34 points, Royce 13 rebounds, and our very own Dizzy Gillespie 13 assists. Then we followed that up with a loss to Memphis at home with a Ja Morant buzzer beater, and now we all know that Ja Morant's probably not going to be anywhere but jail soon. But Book had 32 in that, Williams 12 rebounds, Royce 5 assists. And then yesterday's game, where Nate and I jumped on Suns Jam after the game and had a bit of fun with Mr. John Boyder. But 118 to a 96 victory. We finally kept a team under 100 points, which was great. Book had 36, Ryan Dunn 10 rebounds, and Book had 9 assists. Boyd, you can kick us off. How did you see the week?
Well, man, overtime loss. Are you fucking serious? Our defense is still a little bit misguided. They're showing all there seems to be energy. It's just a little bit misguided at the moment. I think it'll all come together when we start getting. I think, man, the on-off numbers look really good for Mark Williams at the moment. When he was on, and we know that was the first game he started, or was that the game before he started against Memphis was his first start. Yeah, but in that game against Utah, I think that's when he got his a fair bit of burn. His first game he played over his allotted minutes.
Over 30, I think he might have played.
So when you look at the on-off numbers, Mark Williams is one of the only 3 players that the team is a positive when he's on the court and a negative when he's off. But it's the positive when he's on the court is leaps and bounds higher than any other player. So the team gels better when he's there. And now that he's ramping up into, he is still a while off, I think, being getting regular starter minutes, because as we know, he never really got regular starter minutes in Charlotte either. He was.
I think we've got to be careful of the injury history too.
Yeah.
He's just not going to be a 34-minute player. He's going to be a 28 to 30 maybe.
Yeah. Look, hopefully with all the conditioning he's doing around his lower body where he has all the troubles, hopefully they really fix that up and he can be a standard starter in the way of minutes, and I think that'll help this team. Get off to better starts, but just having that presence throughout the game. His motor is fucking unbelievable. He's he was like, especially when you're watching him yesterday against Nurk, running back down the court after an offensive play. He's just, but Nurk's a slug, right? But even against other players, even the lighter footed players, he's staying with them, and but you can really see the effort on both ends of the court with him. So he's not just playing drop coverage either. He's stepping out a bit. I think Jordan Ott said in one of the post-game presses that he's set himself a new standard, Mark Williams, in stepping out a bit and hanging with guys. He's not just dropping back to the rim every single time. So that's his new standard. So we should see a lot more of that. So that'll help with switching and whatnot. And I just think Jalen Green had a bit of a false start. We thought he was going to start, then he didn't start. The last game was really, really positive, I think, in the sense that we put our foot on the throat of these motherfuckers from the get-go, and we held them down. Seldom you see a team actually hold someone down for a full, wire to wire, for 48 minutes. And we did a really good job of that, I think. And it's something that it's all well and good if you can finish a game strong or start a game strong or vice versa, but you just missed the guts. That was a really consistent effort. Still a lack of talent, of course, but if we can put it together for longer stretches, I think we are a real chance to start getting that them W's moving up.
Nate, how did you see the week? I noticed you disappeared there. I thought the coffee kicked in and you snuck away for Jebs, but you're still here. How did you see the week?
Look, I'll tell you, I did miss the Memphis game, which is unfortunate because it was one that kind of really got interesting towards the end there. The 2 Jazz games, it was an overtime win away from exactly what I thought would happen. Lose the first one to the Jazz, win the next 2. We lost the first 2, won the last one, but at least both you and I said the NBA Cup game is important. If we're not going to be fighting in playoff contention, then the NBA Cup does become a nice little, side piece that the team could work for.
Nice little side.
Look, fuck Nurk. I mean, it was the first game where he just kept bulldozing our players, right? The players kept dropping like flies. So that was. I'm finally off the Nurk train. Now I like to dislike him like everybody else. Everyone else wanted him off the team before I did, and now I like seeing him on someone else's team because it's not ours, especially with what we've got coming through at that center position. And you've spoken enough about Mark Williams. It's heartbreaking in a sense to see 2 losses and only 1 W, but as we touched on yesterday with John, at least we fought all week. To lose in overtime, twice was it? The Memphis game wasn't overtime, was it? But it was just 1 point.
No, it was just a point.
It was just 1 point. So at least we are fighting. Basketball was easier to watch. And yesterday to pull that out, I thought that was important. Was it yesterday's game was the first time we were actually leading at a half this season?
Yeah.
So that's I guess another hump or hurdle in the middle of the week worth noting. If you get 5 games in and you've never led a half, that's not a great start. So maybe we're turning a corner with the new guys coming back. I was hoping we'd see at least Jalen Green this week, but better earn on the side of caution.
Err on the side of caution is probably a better result for us. It's a long season, 82 games. What are we? 6 games in. We've got to give Jalen, and especially with injuries like a hamstring, they're pretty easy to go again. So I don't mind that I reckon they've probably held him out the last 2 games where if it was playoff time, they might have let him loose. But I think
not at the start of the season.
I think they have erred on the side of caution and went, let's wait until he might even miss the San Antonio game tomorrow and then play after that. But
it's quite possibly they've already written off the San Antonio game.
Yeah, so there's every chance he doesn't. But Boyd, one of the things that we touched on yesterday on Suns Jam, and one of the things you just mentioned there about our defense, I think in the first week our defense looked a bit and a bit sloppy at times, and we had some significant breakdowns. This week, I didn't see it as much. This week, I think the defense was right there. It's just in those first 2 games, our opposition shot the ball really well, particularly Lowry Markkanen in the first one, obviously, where he had 50.
Yeah.
But our opposition just shot the ball really well. I think our biggest breakdown on defense was obviously that last Ja Morant shot, where we really didn't play great defense for that Ja game winner.
Yeah, look, but still, look, when I say it's misguided, yeah, it's better than it was in week 1, no doubt. But here's the thing: like there was a couple of these games where we're just severely outsized, outmatched with size, I think. And I think when we start, as I said before, getting our regular minutes into our real center. And we can see starting lineups without fucking Otto. I think, and there's a chain reaction when Dylan Brooks comes back as well. So there's a lot more glue. There's a lot more communication. So I think, look, I still don't think it's up to par. Like we're currently we're in the low bottom 10 in the league in defense, and it was something I thought that we were going to, rank really highly in. I thought we were going to be top 15 to start, and then work our way into that 10th, into that top 10. But no, we've started right up, and I think we're 23rd in the league in defense overall. But like I said, it's an unfinished product, and there's still
and it's certainly an unfinished product. The injuries early haven't helped us. And as I said, I think just our opposition teams are shooting the ball really, really well.
But that's somewhat a product of the defense, not
the hustle. You're telling me that the hustle on the defensive end isn't a significant improvement on what we dished up last year?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
like
100% it is. But still. But when you're outsized as much as we are, game to game. We're going to have that. We're going to have that all year. I think that you want, and I said it last week. If you're just a split second timing out, you can hustle all you want, but you're not there in time.
But the team's going to, and given the fact that we're an entirely new team, that's going to take a little bit of time to work through. So, look, I actually did expect us to start slowly, particularly with the injuries. Working Mark Williams back in, and then not only that, but having to have those injuries come in, and then actually, and Nate brought it up on yesterday's Suns Jam, some consistency around the rotations. It was always going to take some time. Yeah.
How did that? I was only in there for a little bit. This Suns Jam one that you guys went on. How did you go? It was pretty piss poor from what I saw, but
it was phenomenal as always. And to be honest, the great feeling about it was that you weren't there.
Yeah, it was really good content. Yeah.
Apart from you being in the chat with 7 different aliases.
I was going to come originally, but I saw that you put your hand up, Gavin. I went, fuck it, I'm going to enjoy my Saturday.
Yeah, well, that's I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that you saw that I was going on and you went, fuck, I can really enjoy my Saturday now watching Gavin.
Yeah, that's it.
No,
That's
I appreciate you. Thank you, my
hey,
friend.
but who's that guy in the chat there with that silly avatar at symbol? What's his full name? I can't see it. Is what I'm asking.
Who?
That guy who just said we took care of the ball yesterday. That definitely
Suns Fever.
Suns Fever. I can't see their names on my phone setup. So
Ah,
Suns Fever.
Get a computer, you fucking loser.
We held on to the ball. I think we finished with. I think you guys were saying in the podcast yesterday. We finished with 12 turnovers.
12 turnovers. Yeah, 12.
But to start the game, which is where we've been really, really sloppy recently. I think in the first quarter we had one, and then we opened a second with one again straight away. But yeah, I think there was definitely more of a calmness, and we're seeing more minutes from Colin Gillespie, which is really steadying the ship for us. He's he's really helped us in that regard, I reckon.
But to a point that you both made earlier on, Boyd, when you brought up we're undersized as it related to defense, Gav, what you said too, and this is what it's going to be an issue for us all season, is we are undersized with the outside of the center position. And when we get the full rotation back, that's not actually adding any size. We're going to log jam a lot of places with essentially players all the same height.
They're all threes. We don't have the four. The four is the problem.
And even if from a defensive discussion, if we like Voida yesterday, I believe you might even been you were talking about also playing the four. I think it was Voida. He's not a true center, but I think he said he could play the four. Even if you go down that road and put like a Twin Towers in there, because we've got plenty of centers of spare into that position, that doesn't necessarily then turn around and help us in the offensive because it'll slow everything down. And he doesn't. Nobody from our big rotation could actually stretch the floor. So it is definitely something, regardless of how many players we get back, we're going to have to deal with as a fan base all season unless they do something at the trade deadline.
Can I just say, and this is going to turn into, I see it turning into a Suns Jam revisionist, a post Suns Jam session podcast,
which is a shame because that was only one game, and I really don't want to get bogged down on the fact that look, where this team's position this year, we're going to have to celebrate the victories. I get that, but because we were on Suns Jam yesterday, I don't want to get bogged down in the fact that we had that one win. There were still two games that had significant gaps.
Hey, what I will say about your comment, Nate, is, and it's contrary to what you guys were talking about yesterday. Now, the whole narrative of not bringing the new guys in too early and ruining them, I 100% agree with. However, in our current situation, when we've got these massive gaps size-wise, I like the idea of Mark at the 5 and maybe Kaman at the 4, a player who has a three-point shot in his game. Do you guys think that something like that, where he's got coverage, right? We've got a lot of size in that lineup. They've both got motors. Kaman has as well. Do you think that playing along someone like Mark Williams could help bring Kaman along in his development rather than have him start with a whole bunch of shitters?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I just want to stick it in, Gav. I just want to stick it in.
I just want to stick it in. No lube, just a little bit of hot turn in.
Look, I'm not completely against it, Boyd, but I think that it's too early to look at that type of setup. We have to kind of roll
just
with giving him, maybe just the tip.
Just like 10 minutes?
3-4 minutes a quarter, maybe. Just put the tip in.
That's even too much.
Just maybe that's too much.
And I think
long term, I think that because they were very open about working on his 3-point shot out of the draft and into pre preseason training. I think long term, you've got that's an idea that I'm sure they'll probably explore when they realize how weak we are at the 4 with no size that can stretch. But right now, the center position has always been the one position that takes the longest to develop, and to try and think he's going to come out and be any kind of serviceable impact at the power forward with a stretch shot now, I think would be just it would ruin everything else we're trying to achieve.
And the thing for me is I really want them. What I've seen, the little flashes I've seen, he has so much upside. I think this guy's going to be a really, really, really good player at the center for us. I don't want, and we spoke about it yesterday, I don't want the Marquise Chris Dragon Bender shit to happen. Let him take his time. We don't need to force him in. Fact is, we're not winning 78-4, Boyd.
Fuck off.
It's just not happening.
Hey, what I'm saying is can we, as a podcast, collectively come together and agree that the situation that Marquise Chris and Dragon Bender and was it Tyler Eulis there as well in that?
Yeah, Tyler Eulis.
Elliot Kobo maybe. That shit fight, they were all playing together with not much else of real true veteran.
Boy, we've got fucking nothing else again.
No. I'm not saying as far as having stars right through from 1 to 5. I'm saying we have veteran experience.
You're talking about Mark Williams. Mark Williams is still on a rookie level. He's still on a rookie extension, Colin. Royce and Dylan are great. They're great mentors, but neither of them are centers. Devin Booker's not a center. It's going to take Malawach time. We've got to give him that time.
What I'm saying,
we're not there to win.
If we stick the tip in, right, with just low expectations and just tell this kid to go out and concentrate, just do the defensive, the defensive shit and let the offense come.
I told you I'm with you. I'm with you with the little tease. Just the tip in.
Let's leave it there then. You're with me.
I just think it's funny that
little bit of a tease, see whether or not it makes things a little bit moist, and then over the next couple of years we could start to push that in further.
Boyd leads with just the tip, no expectations. How many kids have you got?
Can they handle the whole 3 inches though, man?
See, that's the problem. That's the problem. Boyd just puts the tip in, and then all of a sudden he can't help himself. And this is going to be the problem. Malawach will play that one game where we put the tip in, and all of a sudden he'll decide he needs to be a starter and playing 35 minutes a night.
You just don't know command like I know command, I suppose.
All right. So that was the week that we had. Boys, who was your MVP of the week? Nate, let's kick off with you. Who was your MVP over those 3 games?
It's going to be boring. I have to give it to Book. But when I'm looking at the awards this week, I've written 3 names down. One of them will go to something else, and the other one just deserves a mention. So I'll get into that next. But MVP, I think, from what we saw, what won the games, and Book looked like what we wanted him to look like, especially yesterday. I mean, anyone that's, we'll call it fantasy numbers, call it just fandom, what we saw yesterday from Book was the guy we remember. Getting back to this 3-point shot, looking fluid. I just don't think you could possibly give it to anybody else this week with what he did.
Boyd.
Well, I'll say that if Book, we could be 2-1 this week if Book had have applied himself in the first 3 quarters of the
Jesus,
Memphis
he's
game.
Still on the hunt.
Hey.
He's had a week to simmer down.
hey. You can't come in the last few minutes and decide that you want to play fucking basketball, mate. All right? You can't fucking do that shit. Now, that should have been a 40 or a 50 burger for him. And we all saw he didn't step it up early enough. And he should have. And I said it fucking last week.
I got up early for this shit.
And it cost us the game. Okay. We're not fucking around in overtime and we'll fucking last second shots.
Who's your MVP, Boyd?
It's Mark Williams, mate.
Because you've got an opportunity and pull your finger out to go and fucking abuse the shit out of your kneecapping target. But who's your MVP? Mark Williams.
It's Mark Williams, yeah. It's Mark Williams, and it was closely followed by Colin.
There is zero doubt, not even close. The MVP this week is Devin Booker. And the word I think you were searching for, Nate, was efficiency. Book is returning to the efficient Book we know. He had last week against Denver, he had those 9 turnovers, but in these 3 games, he's been far more efficient. He scored at a really good clip, and he led the team this week, and he was the MVP. So
thank you for looking for that word I'd lost. Not the sharpest tool this morning.
Boyd, I'll let you go first on this one. Who was your Marley Hustle winner this week?
Colin. I'll give it to Colin because I wanted to give him the MVP of the week. One thing that I noticed throughout the first few games was that we originally said we're going to come out and we're going to be really, really highly energetic defensively, picking people up full court. And I feel like that it dropped off a little bit in the 4 games we lost. I felt in the sense that there was less of that, picking them up at full court and just really putting it to him. But it's something that I feel Colin has not, even like right through the whole time, he's never lost that identity, all that shit that we talked about. And he's always been he's always brought it every single game. And he's small, but fuck, he's a pest. He's a real pest, and he's just you can't let your guard down when he's around. And he's the villain too, right? And I think he really showed it this week as well.
Nate.
Look, I also last week said I was going to periodically hijack this segue for the tech foul tracking with Dylan segment, but he hasn't played all week, so we're not doing that this week. So, and if he's getting tech fouls off the bench, we got bigger problems.
And he's still at 0. That's weak as piss, Dylan. 6 games and 0 techs. Fucking pull your finger out.
Look, there's 2 players, Grayson Allen and Colin Gillespie. Now, which one impacted winning more? Hard to say because we didn't do a lot of winning, but we did a lot of playing better. And I'm going to give it to Grayson Allen because I think the 2 Jazz games that I did watch, while the hustle was definitely there from both, and I think probably Colin shows a little more motor in most, more often. I think the impact with what Grayson Allen did had more shit. I'm really not sharp. The word impact, I'm just going to use it twice in a sentence, than Colin Gillespie did. So I'll go with Grayson Allen this week for my hustle award.
For me, pretty cut and dry. I'm going with Colin Gillespie as well. I spoke about it on yesterday's show, and he has really impressed me with the intensity that he plays at. When he is on the floor, this team looks so much more balanced. We look like we're going to cause more damage. He sets the ball up. He passes the ball well. His handles are great, and he can hit that outside shot. I said it last night. I'll say it again. He reminds me so much of TJ McConnell. Just the way he plays reminds me of TJ McConnell, and we needed a TJ McConnell, someone who's clean cut, that handsome-looking boy next door, but is really just a dog. And that's what Colin Gillespie is. He just, from start to finish, he just busts his ass. And I'm really, really enjoying watching him out on the floor. And I think he's almost, you talk about the Dylan Brooks should be the nomination every week, Nate. I don't think anyone's going to get anywhere near this guy as the Marley Hustle winner this year. If his output is where it is now, and we see this every week from Colin Gillespie, put him in the starting fucking lineup. And I'd rather play 3 smaller guys. I'd rather go with Boyd's plan. I'd rather see Gillespie, Jalen Green, Book, Mulawach, and Mark Williams running around on the floor for that bit of height, because he just balances this team so well.
You know what he does really well? His two-man game with the big men is really there's nothing like it on this team, not even Book. But he's
he never. The thing I love about him is just watching him run around on the court. There's no way that dude is ever taking a backward step on anything.
No.
You use the word clean cut guy. Weren't you just yesterday when Voida dropped the new tag for Gillespie, which was Little Villain or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we got what clean cut guy nicknamed Little Villain.
Yeah, that's what he is. It's TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell's a fucking little pest, but he's the clean cut. If he was dating your daughter, you'd be rapt that you got introduced to him because he's a handsome, clean cut guy. Seems like a nice guy off the court, but as soon as he crosses that line, he's gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah, I still like the Nash comparisons.
It's not. He's nowhere near fucking Steve Nash.
And this is why you weren't on Suns Jam yesterday.
I would have shut all you cunts down, I tell you.
Oh my god, he's not. Steve Nash is a fucking MVP. Who was like?
Watch this space.
Oh my god,
mate.
Boyd, just stop. Who, gentlemen, who needs to pull their fucking finger out? Boyd, let's start with you.
Let's start with me.
Boyd, I've put it on a platter.
No, because
you've been hanging shit on him for 2 weeks. If you don't, you don't fucking back it up here, you are a gutless fucking wonder.
I'll keep that same energy because outside of that last game when he actually he had a dig earlier on and asserted himself offensively. Yeah, look, I think that could have been a W if he had done it against Memphis, and yeah, we would have been in a lot better of a spot in that previous game against Utah as well if he had done it then. Look, it's yeah, and it's just for them reasons. It's the same shit recycled. I don't have to go over it again. But last game was a different, different story, and it's why we came up the way we came up.
You gave us fucking nothing. Then that was garbage. Nate, who needs to pull their finger out?
Contrary to what I said yesterday, Ryan Dunn. Now I'm not dying on the hill. I'm still 100%. This guy is going to get better. He's going to improve. He's already becoming more consistent. We are seeing a lot more effort. I do agree with what you said yesterday about the field goal percentages and the shots not dropping like we need them to. And I think I want to see him pull his finger out to get to his potential and shut everyone else up about pulling him off the court. I want to see the guy with more productive minutes and less fans complaining about where he fits. And I think he's got every bit of potential to do it. So pull your finger out and get there.
Yeah, for me, it's both sophomores. It's Ryan Dunn and Oso Ighodaro. Ryan, look, I feel bad for Ryan. I think everyone has those Mikal Bridges expectations. I don't think he's anywhere near there. He's probably more a Torian Prince. But he's also being lugged with playing the 4, which I don't think Ryan Dunn is ever going to be a 4. But in our current lineup, he has very little choice but to play the 4. But Oso, in particular, I think Oso, you are right on the brink right now because I want to see Mark Williams and Nick Richards on the floor before you. And I just right now, I don't want to see Oso on the floor. I don't want him even like touching the floor unless it's dead minutes. I'd rather see Malawach on the floor than Oso.
Oso's got some sexy athleticism though for a big.
He does, but he's not using it to the advantage that he should at the moment. I think he's a long way off. I don't think his work rate's quite where it needs to be.
Well, here's the thing with Oso and the archetype of what Oso is. He's a playmaking 5, right? He's got no offensive capabilities really at all. Now, he's found himself in a position, well, last season he had apparently some of the best offensive players in the league, right? and he looked a lot better in patches, but he didn't get much of a run last year. And he was dropping 4 to 6 assists a game some games, and he looked really good. And there was no pressure on him to score. And he's come into this iteration of the Suns where it's now kind of flipped. Now you've got your superstar being somewhat passive for the most part outside the last game, and now when you get the ball, in the paint, it's not all about just trying to find that open guy. Now there's a lot of times when you're expected to do something because there's less capabilities elsewhere to do something, score points, and he's really, really made himself look bad in that regard. But I think in a different. He could look a lot better in spot minutes with when Jalen Green's out there, because he's just got the options, right? He's got another guy moving off of the ball that can score from anywhere, basically. So, yeah, actually, he's looked really bad, but I don't think it's all his fault, basically.
He's Marquise Chris without having the shits.
You are fucking emotional like a woman.
A bit harsh.
Yeah. At that time.
I'm sorry, but hey, look, I'd love Oso to prove me wrong, but right now I think he's our fourth best option at centre, and he should be playing in the G League.
Don't call him Marquise Chris, though. That's a bit fucking rich.
Yeah, that's a bit rough.
That's hard.
That's the output I'm saying.
You're being erratic.
Erratic?
Biggest fucking word you've used all week. And you still don't know what it is.
No, he's got no idea.
I know there's a word there. Hysterical. That's the word.
How is that even close to erratic?
Erratic was a better choice.
Erratic was a better choice.
You're all fucking three of them, mate. How about that? You fucking big ball of emotion, you.
It's what happens. It's what happens whenever I get on a call with you, Boyd. All right, this week before we pot again next Sunday, we've got a 4-game slate this week. We take on the alien Wemby.
Tough week. This is a tough week.
A very, very tough week. We take on the alien Wemby and his 5-0 San Antonio Spurs. At home, 12 o'clock Monday. Monday's going to suck. Then we take on Golden State at 2 p.m. on Wednesday. Then the Clippers at home, 1 p.m. Friday. And then the Clippers away at 2:30 p.m. on Sunday, which will be a very late pod for us on Sunday afternoon, gents, because unless we go before the game.
No, let's just do a drunk pod again. We haven't done a fully sloshed one for a while.
Yes, let's do a drunk pod after the game and after Suns Jam. How do you see this week unfolding, Nate?
Poorly. How the fuck do we get the 3 games? We get 4 games in the season with the Clippers. How the fuck do we get 3 of them in the first 3 weeks?
I think who did we have that against last year?
It was the Spurs, wasn't it?
No, I think it might have even been Golden State. I don't know. Every year we have someone that we play like 3 times right at the start of the season, and then our last game right at the end.
I'm growing to hate the Clippers as much as the Lakers, though. Before it was always the Clippers were the ugly little cousin, didn't really mind them. But ever since Harden and Kawhi went there, I just fucking hate them. I don't like watching the games. I don't like versing them. I couldn't care less. He's always fucking injured anyway. He's injured again. He's not playing. Look, I'm going to be a Debbie Downer this week, and I think we go 1-3. I'm just assuming that we can split the Clippers games at the least. We don't know what the return of our roster looks like. We still don't know if once that happens, with what the cohesion is going to look like. And those are some pretty tough teams. I mean, San Antonio is still undefeated. Golden State are traditionally Golden State. They're very consistent. They're always, in the winning conversation. And the Clippers they're healthy at the moment. They're tough, and I just hate them. So, I'll go 1-3, unfortunately. Sorry.
Boyd.
So I think we end the week and our record is 6-4 at the end of the week. And here's what I really think. I think that Wemby has found his kryptonite in Mark Williams and his big old wingspan. And I think that he outplays Wemby next game. I think that Golden State, I think that's an easy win. I think that quite easy. And Kuminga doesn't want to play against his future team and can't feel ill about it. And who was that third game, mate? It was the Clippers back to back.
Two Clippers games, mate.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Well, they're going to be missing at least one or two of their guys on either night, right? You think Beal's going to be out of game? Kawhi might have a fucking rest. Is it a back-to-back or just
no?
Okay.
2 days apart.
There's a
Friday
day,
and Sunday.
That's a lot of basketball for them old heads to play. I don't think. I think that we get them in a bit of a revenge thing, similar to the way that we got, Utah. They surprised us. They surprised the 82-0 projected team, and got us in the first game. Then we came back and got them in the second game. Now that we know their measure, we come out and we pump the fuck out of the LA Clippers 2 games in a row to finish the week at a record of 6-4 overall, mate.
I don't think we win a game this week.
You're wrong.
You're not even going to throw one in for shits and giggles.
I'm not even going dexterity or niceness. This is a tough fucking week. Reason being, Boyd, before you get really mad at me, Green will return, Brooks will return. This week is going to be in 4 games against really good opposition where our full team, our full squad hits the floor and we start to work each other out. And it's going to take time.
Can you answer me this? What's the scouting report on this brand new lineup, mate? They got fucking nothing. They're not going to know what fucking hit them, buddy. We've got all the pieces around these guys. This big 3 that are about to be compiled this week to play together for the first time, and all these other pieces are all just fucking lubed up and ready to go, and ready to do them 1%ers to get these guys open and fucking open up this fucking league, baby. We are doing it.
Like, if anybody didn't follow this on the regular and just chimed in and heard that fucking rubbish, the big 3, Book, Brooks, and Green.
It'd
be enough to turn off, pick a new team.
Look, I love that he went on that rant. I'm inspired by you, Boyd. Thank you very much. But you did start it with, let me ask, well, can you answer me this question? And then you didn't ask a question.
I said, what's the scouting report on this iteration of the Suns when we get these guys back together as a team?
I think Gav quite clearly answered that in his synopsis.
Is what I'm saying.
You said 4-0 because they're feeling it out. Fuck.
0-4 is the scouting report.
Yours.
So after the first 6 games and moving forward, has your prediction of last week moved at all? Nate, you had us at 32 wins.
Yeah.
Boyd, you had us at, I think you had us at like 51 or something.
For 78 or 80 or something at the time.
No, I think he said 51. He was actually reasonable about it. Nate, has your thought process moved at all? Do you still think it's 32?
Well, I did say I took the overs on Ladbrokes because I was being optimistic and I didn't want to take the unders. 32 is still very optimistic, but I still think it's achievable. I do have doubt when you have a look at the Western Conference and you have a look at the standings. And I think when I was looking at the West and where we would actually sit with 32 wins, it would put us into the play-in. But then I'm looking at the teams that are currently ahead of us, and I'm looking at the Western Conference going, well, that means so many other teams have to miss out. Who are we going to beat? Where are we going to finish? And I was struggling to find more than 3 teams that we could finish ahead of in the West. So, yeah, it's with trepidation that I go with 32, but I'll stick with it because I think we can pull it together. I think we've got to be optimistic in some sense.
Has your mindset changed from your 51 or 52 wins that you gave last week?
No, we're good in the West, man. Hey, Nate, you say
So you're going
who
52?
can
Is
we
that what
beat?
you're locking in right now? Just
Who
so that we can
beat,
update.
Nate? You said
No,
who can
Boyd.
we beat? I want to ask you who can beat us.
Boyd, you can go
no way.
rant in a second. What's your prediction so that we can follow this each week?
Yeah, we break 50. I think that's all I said. So you just sort of plucked out the 51, and so I'll just ride with that, mate. And that's me with my
51?
negative Ellie's hat on. Yeah.
All right, so Nate 32, Boyd 51.
You were 28.
I have seen nothing that has changed my opinion on the fact that we'll win 28 games.
Can't wait till you become Suns fans again.
Hey, I'm still going to support my team, Boyd, but
Yeah,
we've got a long way to go.
And you're going to do your own laundry from now on.
Heard it.
So I think out of the back of that, the important thing is that Boyd promised us he'd create a drop for who do you want to have a beer with, Boyd? Are you going to play it now or?
Well, here's the thing. I actually tried, and I'm no fucking good at this shit. So
I'm leaving it in your hands to go and find somebody to create us a beer drop. Have a chat to Mr. John Voider. He's our drop guy. But get something done, boy. This is one job you've had in 3 years.
I can do my own shit, man. It's just
in 3 years you've had one job. 4 years you've had one job. I've given you one task in 4 years, and we're 3 weeks in now, and you still don't have a drop.
Well, I'm just busy maintaining that task of being your friend, mate. Being your friend.
I'm happy for you to give that one up and just fucking create the drop.
Get the drop done.
Nate, who do you want to have a beer with this week, and what type of beer do you want to have with them?
I'm going to use this as a little segue so you can jump on a little later. My beer with is the Aussie Suns Fans for upcoming watch parties. Now, we had a little quiet chat about my availability, about when I'm back in Australia, and I've given you a date. So if for some reason we get together for that Golden State Warriors game, not next week or this week, in the future, my beer's with Aussie Suns Fans because it's been a while since I've been to a watch party.
So Nate, just a heads up, we're all staying on after this call to plan out our watch party. So just
I heard that when you left me backstage. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, very good. All right. So Nate, what sort of beers do you want to have? You like normal beers with everyone and then non-alcoholic with Boyd?
Yeah, I mean, if the watch party, they've usually got that local brew discount going on the Sporting Globe app. So I'll jump onto that and get the cheapies in because we usually sink a couple dozen.
Lovely. Boyd, who do you want to have a beer with? What type of beer do you want to have?
Something. It's a bit of an odd one, and there's no real fucking meaning to it or anything, but it's something that's been bothering me since the season started. And it's
Book?
with no, it's not. It's with he can't hang with me, mate. He can't fucking hang with Boyd Crawley. But it's fucking it's the assistant coaches, and it's in particular, and I can't remember his name. That's why I'm being broad with it. It's that fucking guy that looks like Fizdale, a little skinnier, runtier version, slightly younger version of Fizdale. You seen him with his beard and his dorky glasses that he wears around? That little assistant coach that we got. He's done some halftime chats. I can't remember his name. Anyway, I want to have a beer with him.
I've seen him.
If
can't
it's
remember
on
his name.
A dig at fucking Fizdale, because dead set that cunt looks like just a slightly younger, in better shape Fizdale, and it's just fucking it's uncanny, man. I just want to have a beer with that little fucking jerk.
You want to have a beer with him because he looks like Fizdale?
Yeah, but I just want to. Yeah, I do. That's what I want to be.
What do you want to talk to him about?
Oh, well, we could talk basketball if you wanted, but I just want to see. I kind of want to hear him sort of, with his hair laid down. And, I don't know.
You really are a cockhead.
Pretty good this week. That's probably my worst.
That is your worst. That's fucking atrocious.
Oh,
I love it. This week, I want to have a beer with Suns Geek. I feel like he's being beaten down a little bit by the negativity within Suns fandom. And I just want to have a beer with him, cheer him up. I'll get him an ice cold, I don't know what they drink over there, Michelob Ultra or something like that. He just needs to cheer up a little bit. He's not active in our chats, Boyd. He just it's not the Suns Geek we know.
It's more
he's doing it tough. Yeah, he's more like Nate now.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, it's a really annoying
I know
chat.
what's wrong with him. I know what's wrong with him. I was talking with him. I was chatting with him in a DM the other day. Deep and meaningful.
What is it?
Direct message. No.
Direct message.
Have you noticed he hasn't been on Suns Jam at all this season?
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't say too much more, but pretty much he got dumped by Suns Jam with their.
You won't say any more, but
and they've picked up the Suns worldwide, and he's got a problem with it. He's got a fucking deep, ingrained problem with it, and he's not saying anything about it. But he opened up to me. That's what I'll say.
And you just threw him under the bus.
No, I'm not throwing him. No, it's just dialogue. Just talking. We're talking about it. I'm not saying Nick Party is right or wrong, but
he was going to go. He was going to go on the other day, but he was busy. He was not dumped at all.
Busy. Yes. Yeah. Busy.
And for anyone listening to the audio,
fuck that guy.
I guess that was a great segue, even though I cut Nate off. Sorry about that, mate.
it's fine.
Boyd, who made you sit back this week and go, you know what? Fuck that guy.
Savage on Twitter. That Savage bloke who was given little Cash a hard time. Suns Worldwide. Cash is just a young fella, right? He's a young man on the up, and he's come out and he's dropped a comment about a must-win game on Twitter. And this fuckhead over in the States, Savage, I think he's like an ex-photographer or something for the team. He's fucking called him out, and he's just doing that whole fucking he's a grown-ass man, and he's just sort of said to this 18-year-old kid, being passionate about his team, he sort of just said, and he's reposted it and made a comment, like fucking what this cunt on about. And I thought to myself, you're a fuckhead. I get all up in the positive feels all the time, and I fucking that pissed me off if some cunt did it to me, and let alone an 18-year-old young lad who does creates a lot of content for the Suns community, and he gets a hard time from time to time, but he's just young, passionate, and I thought that was pretty shitty. The fuck that guy,
Nate,
Savage.
Way to support your own.
Made you sit back this week and go, you know what? Fuck that guy.
Well, I wasn't finished talking about Boyd's choice, actually.
You comment. Go.
Suns Worldwide. You're right. He's an 18-year-old kid, so he deserves a bit of a hazing, but not outright slander. It's just some gentle hazing from his Suns community friends, not dickheads. So, yeah, fuck that guy, Boyd. I'm with you. For me, though, fuck that guy is Ja Morant, because every fucking year after year after year, this guy fucks with my fantasy. I've got him in 2 friggin' teams. They're both keepers, and every year he does something else to fuck me. And when you sent me the link to that video where he's just blaming the coach and stuff, and the cunt still got 31 minutes. And he's saying, they didn't want to play me. They didn't want to play me.
What's he doing to you, mate?
What?
What's he doing to you?
He's fucking my league.
He's fucking your leg.
My fantasy points is just he's just fucking with it year after year. So fuck Ja.
That's good. Very good.
My fuck that guy this week, and I thought it was probably obvious, and I thought one of you'd steal it, but Dan Bickley, who is clearly Boyd in disguise, who is just out there bashing the fuck out of Devin Booker and his body language, while the dude's averaging fucking 30 points to start the season, and trying to do everything he can to carry an injury-depleted Suns team to a competitive level. We've been flogged once against Denver. Yes, we've fallen behind in first halves, but the fact of the matter is that this guy's averaging 30 points a game. He's running at about 6.5, 7 assists a game. He is trying to find his role and define his role in this team as well. Why the fuck would you get on as a national media person and just bash the fuck out of the guy who's supposed to be leading the Phoenix Suns for an 82-game season after 5 games?
Here's what
Fuck
I'll say,
Dan
Gav.
Bickley.
Dan Bickley ain't got reach like me. He's got no one around him like I got. Mate, I'm on an international fucking Suns Fans podcast. Is he? No, he's not. Now, and he's not national media. He's fucking local Arizona media.
Oh, whatever.
He's a cockhead, and he averages probably 2 or 3 shit takes a week. He could be your flog of the week every single fucking week of the year.
He could, but it was
But it's a
specific
good one.
this week, Boyd, and it made me mad.
He's going on,
Maybe mad that
going on about
6
body
games
language,
in.
right?
Huh?
Body language.
Yeah,
And
body
all that-
language. And Book's body language has been fine. I mean, he's smiling.
Book doesn't have body
How many
language.
times did we see Devin Booker smile last year?
Exactly. He's a silent assassin. He just sort of does his.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
And then Dylan Brooks came in his after game and interrupted, and Book had this big fucking cheesy smile on his face in the press conferences. Book's having a bit of fun this year. That's more fun than I seen him have last year.
True.
By the way, the other fuck that guy is I finally finished watching Starting 5 season 2.
Oh,
And Kevin Durant, fuck you. You fucking whining little bitch. That's all you do. At me on Twitter, you fucking flog. Gents, once again, fantastic show. We've got it within the hour. Look at us go.
Wrap it up.
I'm proud of us. We do have to hurry though, because we've got a meeting after this to organise all of our watch parties for the year. But thank you everyone who jumped on, commented, enjoyed. Thank you to everyone who's going to listen after this, and fuck you for not getting on live and being involved in our chat. Like, subscribe, do all that sort of fun shit. Please make sure you subscribe on our YouTube. Like, they were talking about 3,900 people on on Suns Jam yesterday. We've got like 40. Just all you have to do is hit subscribe. That's it. We're not going to annoy you that much. We don't pod that much,
baby.
We don't do that much. We're fucking like, come on.
Hey, Gavin, we've got 340 per capita. We're killing them over there.
We
We're
are,
fucking killing
actually,
every
that's-
single podcast in the United States of America, mate. We're killing them per capita.
Per capita,
Right.
we're there. We're rolling.
Yeah,
we're there.
Yeah.
Nate, last comments. Where do we find you?
On my lazy boy couch in front of the TV watching Suns games. at Nicky's Falcon on the socials. You'll probably find me at a coffee shop later on drinking a Torley for $7.
Boyd,
At
last
Buds
comments.
83
Where do we find you?
At Buds83 on Twitter. At Aussie Suns Fans on the Instagrams. At Fucko on a mystery platform. Come and say hello. And you get everyone gets some a free prize if you find the mystery platform at Fucko.
The prize is the surprise of what you find.
Yeah.
The prize is you have to buy him a beer. That's pretty much it. It's a great prize. At Aussie Suns Fans on YouTube, at Aussie Suns Fans on Twitter. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, as we've already said. Hey, we've got a big week this week. 4 games, 4 tough games. I really hope that we come back. With a result that Boyd predicted. We love you guys. Make sure you join us. We're back. We're flying 2 in a row, 2 Sundays in a row. How good are we? We're consistent again. We've done more than fanning the flames. We love you guys. When we're here, just remember that whenever you see the Aussie Suns Fans on your screen, or whether you're listening on Spotify, just remember, as a crew, we're not here to fuck spiders.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long range.
Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.